Hi there. Good evening. It's Vicky. This is probably the fourth time I've been on here today. I'm just happened to instead of taking this time to do some relaxing movie, I thought I would come on here. And so I'm gonna do a couple of readings for those who may have a chance to come on. Just testing out a little theory. So let me see. So for now, I will do a little bit of, for those who will be watching. For some of you, you may feel that you don't have the choices, you have no options available to you. Maybe you're looking for a new love or a new opportunity of some sort, something regarding a new job or finances, but it seems like there is limited opportunities available to you. In the past, you had this new opportunity that came. It was something that you were really excited to do, and it was something that was meaningful and had potential to grow into something spectacular. But subconsciously, there was a resistance to the happy news, the happy surprise, some rewarding message that you were expecting to receive. It just never came through. So, you kind of took it for granted. What needs to happen, happen. You never really any longer expecting much, and you didn't start work too hard towards something. You didn't really put in much effort. You started noticing that your manifestation started to become stagnant, and even the person that you wanted to manifest became a little bit more self-centered, a little bit more involved with themselves. Unfortunately, this has something to do with a mother wound. There was some healing that needed to be done on the relationship with them and their mother, or maybe there was some healing that had to be done with you and a parental figure. But this, in fact, has made certain things start to happen. So some actions, maybe an authority figure or a structure. Here I'm seeing that there is some sense of action that needs to be followed through in order for things to happen. There is a lot of resistance in you applying anything that you do for another to be done to yourself. But there is a potential for lots of reward and success in financially or with whatever you're desiring. You had to let go of the anxiety that was being created inside your mind and let go of any possibility of third party energy or paying attention so much to what others wanted instead of what you wanted yourself. It was time for you to understand that you had so much room in your heart for something, but you were trying to figure out why it seems like you were being disconnected from those that you love, or money, or happiness. But there was absolutely that energy of money, prosperity, security, finances becoming in order as you were learning how to evolve and be in alignment to have this person also with you. So we'll do some clarification. So let's look at what universal laws are at play in the Emperor. The law of responsibility. You are responsible for all of your actions and their impact on yourself and others. And so the Emperor is about responsibility. And the laws of the King of Pentacles, that is the energy in your subconscious. And this is a law of presence. Being present enhances experiences and deepens the connections, which is exactly what you want to achieve in this too. All right, so we have here, when you could not feel that you have any choices regarding who you want to have into your life, if you felt that you were not having any options, this had a lot to do with transformations that was taking place in your life. This new beginning that you had in the past had a lot to do with a soulmate. This happy surprise that you did not receive or get had a lot to do with some work with the divinity. It had nothing to do with you receiving from the person, but through the work of the divine. What you were actually really good at is doing your job and doing your job easily. But you were being blocked by your subconscious mind. Healing this mother wound was a reason why you had a broken heart. And the Emperor has a lot to do with the energy of why you're holding on to a certain vibration. The Temperance is what you are healing. It has a lot to do with karmic energies. Your abundance of what you are now ready to manifest. Is being mirrored. All of that anxiety that you are no longer receiving is because you let it all go. And all of the not paying attention to third parties or paying attention to what everybody else wants is part of why there was reconciliation. The ability to open up and open up your heart is how the laws of the universe worked. And this magnificent, abundant king who is showing your value and your worth has a lot to do with some vows with commitment. Subconsciously, this is the energy of bubble love, which is the laws of how we attract this wholeheartedly. All right, so let's do some clarification here. What type of energy will benefit you at this time to manifest such a wonderful connection? Dimension jumping, so quantum jumping. What are you attracting at this time? Is bliss. What is your goal in this energy? Self-care. And when you achieve this relationship of reconciliation, it's because it was time to manifest. And this relationship that are part of your vows, it was to heal the anxious avoidant attachment. And what comes out of this transformation where you have no choices? You balance your yin and yang. And this karmic energy helped you with secure attachment. And the soulmate came through subliminal meditations. It's all energy. So let's look at the energy here. King of Pentacles. So there is no victim mindset here, no sacrificing yourself, and you really don't know how direction to go in it, but you're here for self-care. Any direction to who is stepping in for a romantic partnership. Someone who you cannot see or understand is coming because they are getting in touch with their heart and understanding that they are not happy without you, and that they first had to go and feel what was going on inside. They know that this is a give, each other has to give to make this work, and that as long as they don't have everything that they've been working for, and that this is a relationship that they desire. All right. So one question, if you want to, you can post one question readings. I'm willing to go and address your readings. There's no charge for this. All you have to do is post in the question, and I'm more than happy to answer it here for you. All right. Just waiting for some questions. I can pull a few cards in the meantime. Okay. So anywhere that you feel unworthy, unvaluable, this is what you have to work on in order for you to manifest someone that will be showing up in your energy field in order for you to experience this true love. Post in the chat your questions. I'm all ready to do a question now. All right. So I will do a general hi. What did Syed felt after his mom told him conversations of her and me last night? Well, these are tarot readings. I'm not doing psychic readings. I'm just doing tarot readings. So I'm not going to be able to recite word for word what was a conversation between two individuals. This is about reading energy. So can you rephrase this to be more about the energy that would come through a tarot reading? I'm just going to get my phone so I could be able to read these a little bit better. I'm just bringing up oops, sorry. I'll just turn this down. So you're asking me to check in on his energies. I just did a reading for you on his energies earlier, like in the last free readings. Did you pay attention to it? Okay, so we're looking to see how Zed felt after the conversation that his mom had with him. All right. So if you want to hear what is showing here, it's showing that there is a little resistance to his divine connection. There's a little resistance in his partnership. In the past, he had some certain types of beliefs that, his morals and his values, it was more of towards, it was towards things that he felt that he was going against his values and morals in some way. But subconsciously, he does have some attachment. Everybody has forms of attachment. We create these forms of attachment through our relationships, whether it's through our mother or our father, or, there is some. I'm just looking to see if my laptop is plugged in. I might have to plug in my laptop. So there is a little distortion in the attachment that is here. It is showing that he tried not to pay attention to what was being told to him. However, this is something that has reoccurred already in the past, and it makes him slow down moving forward. He kind of is trying to deny and say, back off, leave me alone. But this is something that keeps on coming up, where someone is getting involved and it is interfering with his love relationship. He just is trying to protect himself, and he's just trying to get some energy resolved. But I am seeing somehow there is some interference in his love relationship. So right now it is showing a little bit of it is showing a little bit of a little interference with your relationship. But this is something that he knows that he has to resolve. It's not so much about a problem with you and him. This is more about, do you see my cards feelings for me? So Alicia, do you see my cards feelings for me? I'm not sure what you're asking me. You asked me about your feelings for Saeed. Well, yes, it's showing that right now he is um listen, Brooke, you're asking me a whole bunch of questions. I'm not going to answer all of these questions. You get one question that I'm offering, and I'm already talking to somebody else. So you keep on asking me a whole bunch of questions, and I don't have to address any of them. Be respectful for my time and energy. That if I'm going to help, just ask me one question. But if you're going to ask me a whole bunch of different questions, I'm just going to ignore them. So, going back to Aisha, you asked me, how does he feel after he had to hear the conversation with um, with you and his mother, and I just explained that answer. So that's your question. You're asking me, and I said there is some resistance to the relationship with his in his relationship with you. So there is a lot of resistance now. He went against his values and morals. He has a bit of attachment disorder. He's trying not to get into his head. I said to you, but things are now being stagnant, and he's trying to be in denial. He's trying to push it away, but he feels like it's not something that he can accomplish right now. I just stated, there is an interference in his relationship right here. So, um, this is showing that it doesn't matter what his feelings are. This is his reaction to the conversation that's happening, because you're getting him to choose between you and his mom. And so, especially if he has attachment to his mom, he needs to do what he feels that he should um, pay attention to. So his values and morals, he's been going against him in the past. And so he feels that he has to choose. It's going to make it really tough for him. So you should not make him choose. You should be supportive that he may be having interference by his mom, because this is what it's showing, interference by his mom. All right. Does that make sense? Like, if you're asking, does he have feelings for you? Feelings are not energy. Feelings are how people process their emotions. And the emotions is not the physical body. Emotions is not your mental body. Emotions is not how you think. Emotions is how you feel your feelings. And right now, if he's showing all of this repression, right now, he wouldn't be able to capable of feeling emotions for anybody. He is being told to push his emotions down. Brooke, I can answer that next. Will your husband come back to you? Sure, I'll ask that one next. Yeah. Oh, I got to plug in my laptop though, or we're going to lose you. Sorry about that. I didn't plug in my laptop earlier. All right. So, Aisha, before I go back to Brooke, I think we talked about this earlier. Your person does love you. He's just needing to deal with his emotions right now regarding the situation. So, this situation right now is a burden to him. His mother is guilting him and shaming him and making him feel like he has to choose between the two of you. He does love you. He's just, feeling like this happened suddenly and he has no choice, but he's trapped in this and it is a burden that he has to endure. So it is not about whether he loves you or not. It is about him trying to do what's right because he feels obligated. This is about responsibility. It's really about something else that has nothing to do with whether he loves you or not. And so let's look at the laws of the universe that's in play here, because this seems a little bit like a projection. The law of the eternal now. The present moment is the only reality. Past and future are constructs. So, what this is saying is you need to focus a little bit more in the present now instead of focusing and going over and over again about what has happened already in the past. But how can you use the laws to your advantage to be able to focus in the current situation now? How can you make this present moment the only reality and to make the past no longer the reality that exists? So, this is the thing. Tomorrow he could wake up and he could change his mind. Tomorrow could be a new day and there could be a whole new creation of how he's going to react. He may change his mind how he's going to react to his mother because now he's not emotionally connected to the results. So this is what you have to do is focus in your mind how to see the outcome resolved, how to see peace between you and the mother, how to see that you are not a conflict. And so once you see this all play out with each other, not through need, not through anything other than just feeling safe that it is done, it may start changing the circumstances around it. All right. So, Brooke, let's go back to you, Brooke. All right, Brooke. You want to know oh, so there seems to be some conflict going on with you and your husband, and you want to see if there is a possibility of a reconciliation. All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at your situation first. All right. So your situation, this is your situation. So this tells me right now that you're a little not clear in the mind of what is taking place. You have lots of different thoughts of what could be a possibility. And so this is telling me right now that you need to start clearing your mind of all sorts of possibilities because they could be negatively infecting you. So any ideas that it could happen this way or that way could be really dramatic, and those could in fact manifest in some ways. But this is saying clear your mind. Clear your mind. This is what is helping you right now, is that sometimes the fates, this is the wheel of fortune. And so sometimes there is cycles and there are fate that could happen. This has nothing to do with your superpowers or their abilities or, who has control. Sometimes the universe will intervene themselves. This is what is going against you right now. Is how the laws of the universe is not working towards you. And it's most likely, like I said, those thoughts. So those thoughts are creating an energy and they are magnetizing and helping other things to happen that may not benefit you. So emotionally, you've got this is a karmic card. All right. So emotionally, you have some low standards. All right. Emotionally, you don't look at yourself as a worthy individual. You're lowering your standards. You are not seeing the value in yourself. You're not appreciating the true intensity of your values. And so this is basically your physical protection, is that you have the ability to create these new emotions and feelings. You can feel in your heart what feels real. You can actually feel in your soul what you truly desire. And so this is your spiritual protection. You have the ability to make a great choice, and it can happen as soon as you make that happen for you. This is what you need to avoid, is going against what you truly deserve. You see, this is the thing, that self-worth, when you feel unworthy, you'll project this and somebody will show up and show you unworthiness. Your inheritance, your legacies, the things that you have earned karmically, don't push them away. Allow yourself to start receiving everything that you energetically are working hard for. You see, you are preparing yourself to start having everything. Something you may need is coming to you. All you have to do is become in alignment, because you have the ability to make everything go sideways or make everything work out for you. You see, you no longer have to sacrifice yourself. You do not have to be the victim. You do not have to be the one to go to jail. You do not have to be the one to suffer the consequences. It's up to you to make a choice. You can have a partnership with him. It is possible for you to get along, but for you to get along, you have to get your priorities in order. First, take care of you. Make sure that you are doing things in order to benefit yourself and not him, because he is not going to do anything for you that you won't do for yourself. You see, you're not going to be going away. You're not going to also have a perfect relationship, not until you tap into yourself. You see, you're not very happy. And so the energy inside of you is creating a very negative situation. All right. So let's see what we can do. All right. So this is who you want. You want somebody who sees the value in you, who's going to provide for you, who's going to protect you, who's going to take care of you. Don't go and seek anything less than that. If the relationship in the past was bad, it was because of the fact that it was not fully a commitment. You need to commit to yourself in order to receive a real commitment. You see, this is about your inability to manifest, and it's not a flaw. It is a behavior. It is a behavior of how you think things because it was a habit. If people told you growing up, oh, look at you, you're inconvenienced, you're disappointing me. How do you go and do all of those things? And so you tell yourself those things over and over again in your head. So what is blocking you is you don't see yourself as a great opportunity. You don't see all of these new opportunities that are able to be provided to you. You see, it's time for you to understand you're not a little student. You're not a little girl. You're not a little child who needs to grow up and learn a whole bunch of stuff. You've been just avoiding the right way because you keep on doing the wrong way. For some reason, you feel that it's important for you to take on everybody's stuff. It's like you sacrifice yourself. You know, you do it to avoid conflict. It's kind of like a people-pleasing part of you because you want to win and you don't know how else to do it unless you just try to do what everybody wants you to do. And what happens is you forget to take care of you. You know, you're in self-protecting mode. You are trying so hard to figure out what to do. But you're holding on to a lot of negative energy. And that negative energy is attracting unavailable, unreliable men. In order for you to be happy, truly, truly happy, get clear in your head. Get clear in your head. Use the laws of attraction. Decide that you are worthy, that you have something special about you. Look in the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror, and you look at yourself as if you are your husband. Look at yourself and see yourself as a divine, gorgeous, beautiful person. That how could he look at anybody else? You are so beautiful. You are just so sexy. You are just amazing. Look at yourself that way. Look at yourself the way that you want him to look at you. If you start turning your energy into that towards you, you start directing all of that positive energy into you. You start telling yourself every day that you are deserving. Use emotional freedom techniques, tapping. Use the affirmations. Write down your story. Visualize seeing it complete. Do that for you, because if you can waste all of this time and energy on trying to figure out how to make people do anything, you're never going to get anywhere. The only one you can make do anything is yourself. And as long as you focus on what you can control, things can happen, but you can't control anybody else outside of you. And if they don't want to see the importance in you, then you know what? they miss out because you are freaking amazing. You are a rock star. And you tell yourself every day how much you are a rock star. If somebody wants to put you away in jail, they got to prove it that you are needing to belong there. But right now, you need to start putting your time and energy into seeing your life as it meant to be. See yourself as a beautiful, divine soul that you really are. I hope this helped, Brooke. You have a number here to help you manifest. This is a Gravoli number. So use this when you're doing all of that affirmations and all of the work that you want to do. If you want to open up communication in a nice, positive way, use this frequency for communication. This is a frequency. This is just an energy frequency. And you can open up the communication. You need to be able to feel comfortable being able to talk. And anytime you feel unworthy, convince yourself all of the different things that make you valuable and worthy. All right, Triple Gemini. Hi, what does the future hold for me and Marcus? Brooks, so will he come back? Well, it's showing here that you deserve this person, and in the past, the relationship went sideways. I don't know if you want him back once you do all of this work, to tell you the truth. I know that if he was to come back, let's see. If you did, let's ask the universe this. If you did all of the work that I just suggested to you and you were more in alignment with receiving a valuable relationship, what would be the next step in your love life? Oh, there's an opportunity. But they said, don't be lazy. And don't be holding on to this person at this time when you're doing this work. Just be open to what will happen. Don't pay attention to what he's doing. Just be open. Just be excited. Just know that everything is happening and everything is working out for you, because this is all about him not being the one that you want, and him not responding or you responding to his energy. There is something about the mirroring in this. How do I use it? It's saying that there is a renewal, but you don't want mirroring. So whatever was causing the conflict before, you don't want that to come up, but there is a renewal of love. But you need to not be attached to him. All right. I'm going to do the next question now. Triple Gemini, what does the future hold for me and Marcus? Brooke, I hope that answered your question. All right, future for you and Marcus. Triple Gemini and Marcus. All right. Oh, um, do you see this? This means fresh love, subconsciously, like hidden behind the scenes, you don't know yet. And this is overall energy, a commitment. So, triple Gemini. So it looks like there may become something a little stable for you. I am seeing here that you have some challenges. And so this new opportunity is not been easy. You've been in some self-protection mode, or he is, but it definitely showing here with you that it hasn't been easy and you're in a state of protection. It's kind of like you don't want to get hurt. I am seeing that this person is well, this person pays attention too much to what everybody else thinks and hold on to this energy of what everybody else thinks. So he doesn't really he needs validation. I do see some changes happening with you where he is going to fall madly in love with you, and it's going to happen suddenly fast. So maybe it's wise for you to also listen to what advice I was just saying to the reader, the reading just before you, because there is a lot here about value. And it is totally understandable that this is not something that is like, oh, I need to do something for this to be over. It's just like, once you focus on what you desire and do the work, then practice towards it. It's just like it's no longer wishful thinking. It's just going to happen. You're really close. You're really close. This is not a new beginning for you. This is not something that you have to give and give and give. You're going to receive your blessings too. But there's definitely looks like overall energy here. There is going to be a commitment. Brooke, in your reading, it said a lot about letting go of the past. I think somebody's had that. Thank you, Triple. I got a number here for you. So these are Grapholi numbers. You use these numbers in your meditation, in your scripting, in their frequency. And so as a frequency, just like this is a frequency, and when I use the frequency of this 528 megahertz, it is the frequency of miracles. It's a frequency of manifestations. And so this goes also with these frequency of these numbers. They hold on to a certain vibrational frequency. And so each of these will help you with your manifestations. And so you are to be lucky in love. 25317 402. To be lucky in love. So to all of a sudden start feeling lucky and things are starting to work out for you in a wonderful way. Use those. Learn how to manifest. I have lots of videos on them. All right. So Tanya, why did Adrian pull away after a wonderful day spent together? We talked about moving in together. He bought me expensive shoes. I'm so confused as to why after a year together. All right. So it looks like something there has been happening. So I'm just going to Sorry about the noise. I have to go and clear the energy in between each reading. So Tanya, you want to know, why did someone pull away? Your person pull away. Why did your special person pull away? This is during retrograde. It is also Mars being retrograde. So it is, but you are asking a question about your, this is definitely a soul connection. And you're asking about your soul connection because he is pulled away and you want to know why he pulled away. I see a little bit subconsciously that he is feeling a little bit of a setback, but he knows you guys are very happy. He is definitely seeing that there is a lot of joy here, but what's blocking you is some things that's in your head. So what's blocking you, Tanya, is, what are you thinking? Because your mind has been running away with some of your own thoughts. You're not trusting your intuition at all here. In fact, you're here waiting for some happy news. You are, looking for something to happen. And it's all because of, you feel a little blocked. You feel a little bit like, oh, you're stuck in this painful place and you don't even know where it came from. And it has a lot to do with something about you not wanting to be alone. Do you have abandonment issues? Because the law of the universe is bringing them out. Things don't have to happen the way they are. In fact, I need some water. In fact, there is no other person. There is no interference other than you two balancing your priorities. He's just getting busy. Sorry, I'm just getting some water. My throat got choked up. I felt very much that your throat chakra is congested there. So if there is a possibility that, just busy, watch your thoughts, watch your head, you're going to manifest something really bad. Or maybe he got busy and you started manifesting that. But it's saying here that you have a crazy love. And there is a madness in loving this person, a lack of reasons that make it feel so flawless. But yeah, there's lots of love that is showing up here. Let me see here. I'm just going to clarify a little bit. All right. So what I'm getting here is you're asking the divine for some guidance. In the past, you had a way to release those trapped emotions and interferences. But what you need to do is get outside, get some exercise. when you exercise, your endorphins start kicking in and it starts making you feel good. You do have a awareness of there's a possibility there's some avoidant attachment issues or some, you have worked on, pushing people away or they have, but there has definitely been a lot of work on pushing people away. But the thing is, you do have a bit of a blockage in retribution, and retribution has a lot to do with restrictions. So, God wants us all to be happy and enjoy in life. We should not be so scared about one little thought. We shouldn't be so scared about being penalized just for the littlest thing. You are meant to be happy. And so this is the thing, you are meant to be more happier. So pay attention to the universal laws in order for you to be fulfilled. But understand that there is some karmic lessons that are actually being presented. And this is about how you choose to make yourself feel good. Choose bright colors. Choose to put yourself in good environments. Surround yourself with positive people. Allow yourself to be influenced by positive suggestions. Stop chasing after negative situations because you're pushing away. That is going to start initiating more that avoidant attachment, the runner chaser types of energy. Energy clearing is really about clearing up the connection in your sacral chakra. This is where we connect our energies. So be careful with who you share your energy with, because the beginning and the ending, which makes it feel so good, is an illumination stage. And in order for you to be an illuminating stage, you have to go and free yourself from the anxious attachment. And the anxious attachment, being freed, puts you into a secure attachment. And when you're a secure attachment, it means everything is working out. You're not worried. You can go to the grocery store. You're not panicking about leaving your person for a few minutes. The secure attachment knows he's not going anywhere. So this is the thing. If you don't feel safe with him, then you need to look at why you don't feel safe. Do you feel invaluable? Do you feel unworthy? Do you feel that there's something about you that needs to be worked on? Are you beautiful? Are you alluring? Are you attractive? Are you a magnet? Because if you are all of those, then you need to start putting that energy back into you and start being the magnet that you are. You won't lose anybody. I can tell you, I can go and say all sorts of terrible things to my person. He is going to still keep on coming back because he's attracted to me. And that is the thing. You need to see that you can't lose somebody. You can manifest a resistance. It's like holding a ball. The ball needs to fall. It's gravity. The law is its gravity. But if you're holding on to it, that's resistance. Where do you have resistance? So, what I'm telling you is the resistance is who's avoiding attachment and who's being anxious. So when he starts pulling away, you get into an anxious attachment. That actually makes him more avoidant. And so if you get into a secure attachment, you'll see him to behave in a more secure attachment way. So this is just a karmic lesson. You need to learn how to stop reacting and start being the one who's in control of your reaction. Law of empowerment. Embrace your personal power and it will transform potential into action. It is your solar plexus, law of empowerment. So take that energy from your sacral and put it in your solar plexus. All right. So, why did he pull away? You're triggering his avoidant attachment. Avoidant attachment usually comes from a mother who may have been suffocating, wouldn't let him do most of his thinking on his own. He felt a little overwhelmed. He felt like he couldn't do anything on his own. And when you become anxious avoidant, anxious attachment, you're reminding him of what it was like being a child with a mother who was overprotected and he feels suffocating right now. Miss Bay, hi. What can I expect next from C? Currently, no contact after falling out a couple weeks ago. I don't understand his feelings for me at all. Tanya, has it even been 24 hours since he pulled away? Yeah. Don't, when things are good, focus on when things are good. If you focus on um, worrying and being anxious, that's going to trigger somebody to put it's going to create the push pull runner stage. All right. This is just going to create a polarity of energies during this. All right. All right. So if you come in, he's going to pull away. So allow space to breathe. Yeah. All right. So Miss Bay, what can you expect next from C? Oh, sorry. I'm yawning because it's midnight here, and I usually go to bed around this time. So I'll probably be soon going to bed. So I won't be able to do much readings after this. All right, Miss Bay. I didn't feel like it was a day. I felt it's been a little bit more time that it made you feel anxious. Um, I know you didn't give a timeline, but I felt like it seemed there was enough for more to happen. I think if it would have been just a day, I would have just said breathe. All right, Miss Bay. What can you expect from C? Well, right now it's retrograde and you got Mars going in retrograde. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. So, right now, everybody's a little unpredictable. Currently, no contact after falling out a couple weeks ago. I don't understand his feelings for me at all. I got a C like that too. So, All right, Miss Bay. So Miss Bay, this is saying right here that it is based on um, the moon represents a month. All right. And so it's not even going to be a month. All right. I am showing that in the past you avoided pain, you avoided crying, you did your best to avoid, you know, feeling discomfort. But it is showing subconsciously you're meant to be in a relationship with this person. You got to work on your self-worth. All right. There is something here about I don't know if you feel that you are, I don't know if there is something to do with money that you're blocking and it's blocking your ability to attract to yourself. But there is something here about how do you value yourself. There may be something that's going on with the planets because I am seeing here as well that you're blocking yourself from your clear mind of knowing your worth. I do see you avoiding conflict, but you are going to attract your abundance. So, whatever you desire, you will receive it. So, don't give in your energy to something that is avoided. If this person is pulling away because he's avoiding attachment, don't give in your energy. We just experienced this with the last reading. That is really weird. That stone just moved. We didn't catch it on camera either, but it did. It like literally jumped on my deck and moved around. It was weird. All right, so it distracted me so much. So it's saying don't give in to avoided attachment. Allow yourself to focus on no more sacrificing yourself, no more getting involved with men who are too afraid. Start focusing on what you value and not denying yourself, because it seems that you attract men who get too much in their head and not take on the burden of their suffering. You have to understand that you tend to be attracted to men who have a lot of anxiety, or you do. So when you're asking, it's been a week, what's going on with, see, looks like he might be having some relationship anxiety. I know my worth and he knows I know it too. I do resonate with not reaching out to him, though. To me, that's a big part of self-worth. I know better at this point. Yeah. He's not deceptive about it. He basically knows you're very secure and happy. It's just about you guys working out your priorities and not paying attention. There is no other person involved. It's not disconnectedness. There is definitely room for emotional connection here, but there is some things that need to be worked out. It is retrograde. It is Mars going in retrograde. It is a very volatile time. People are really doing a lot of inner work now too, if that makes sense. All right, so let's look at the laws of the universe in play. The law of awareness. Awareness of the universal laws enables conscious living. The thing is, we aren't even officially dating. We just reconnected and then fell out about something. Yeah. But that's just because if this person is avoidant attachment, reconnection means that you just start off where you left off. It's not as fresh as you think it is. So, my person is avoidant attachment. And so, I mean, this is why I've been doing this for many years. I'm very familiar with this type of behavior. And so, when you reconnect and things seem really interesting, but this is about self-regulating. It emotionally, when avoidant attachment gets involved with somebody who, they start questioning their self-worth. You may be self-worthy, but is he? Right? So there may be some questioning there of why he has his own problems to deal with. So, I think he has a fear of intimacy. There is a possibility of a fear of intimacy that's getting in your way. And if that fear of intimacy, I feel like he knows we have a deep chemistry, but we don't speak about it. We just carry on like friends. Yeah. He's got a fear of intimacy. Manifest communication. So if you want to open up the door to communication again, just script it, write it down, visualize it, put this in your energy field, put this all over your body, write it on your arm, write down his name, your name, and write down this number. Circle it 3 times. It is a great way for you to use the vibration energy of communication to open up. $12.12. He is looking back. He does realize that you did seem to feel good. But he's also looking at some other things that he's been working on. He needs lots of freedom. Oh. Okay. I gotta soon go and I have to get up early in the morning. I feel like he knows we have a deep connection, but I don't uh, speak about it. We just carry on like friends. Yeah, yeah, and that's how it always works, you know. All right, so appreciate you guys all showing up and hanging out here tonight. Um, I am going to go and get some sleep and subscribe to my channel. Right, that's a thing. Yeah. That's the same with me. I find that it is caused a lot of conflict in my relationship too. Like if they can't go and do it, it's subconscious. They don't even know that they're doing it, unfortunately, and it is a challenge, of course. Um, Hi, Nisha. It is a challenge, of course, for them. It's not something that they're even aware that they're doing it. But, that's the thing. You're a secure person. You probably have lots of opportunities and you got your shit together. So, all the power to you. Um, and that's all we can do is just try to find our match. But during retrograde, we need to have a little time to sort through whatever we need to go through. I mean, I'm 56 years old, so it's not like I'm young again and can meet other people so easily. I found that, I get involved with somebody after a period of time. It's just so hard to start all over again. Um, I was thinking of going to bed. It's actually 12:15 here, midnight. If a man wants something, he will go for it. Yeah. And that's the thing. Some people believe that. I'm one of them. I believe that fully. If a man wants something, they'll go for it. But men tend to damaged men tend to seek out damaged women. And when you're very secure, you are going to weed out to those who are damaged men for sure. That's how that works. So if men don't come running, it's not because you did something wrong. You just probably saved yourself. Um, you just saved yourself from dealing with, some other damage. Um, well, Nisha, you can ask the question, but I will tell you I am ready to go to bed. So I know you already just asked a question earlier. Are you going to be asking me about Saeed? I want to go to bed. Thank you. I got to get up early in the morning and I'll be doing readings again tomorrow. Hi, I'm new too. I'm going to bed. It's 12:18. Nisha, you gonna come and join me again tomorrow? All right. Um, LH, did you have a quick question? I'll pull a few cards, but I am gonna be back on tomorrow. It is 12:18, and I gotta get up at 6:30. LH. What is the question? I don't see a question. What can I do to make things better with my children's father. All right, so your children's father, I'm assuming, is your SP. This is your person that you still focus on and would like to work out. Correct? Well, to answer your question, just for the kids, well, they said telepathy has a lot to do with this energy. So, what you need to do is see in your mind's eye things working out. So, you have to go and see things working out peacefully in your mind. And basically, as you see this somehow is going to connect to him in his head. So, you can't force people to be different, but what you need to do is just play out the rules, see him happy, see the kids happy, see you happy, and understand this is all vibrational frequency. So what you have to do is, find way to, and I'm probably going to give you a card on a number that helps you with that, but you need to find a way to use your heart and understand how vibrations vibrate, right? Because this is something to do with something from your divine feminine energy, because this marriage has fallen apart. It is what is actually in your way, because this marriage or this relationship, it didn't go the way that it was planned. It's actually interfering. And so they say, look at your guides, or look at the guidance, or look at the divine and ask them for the help, and look deep in your value system and what you take most value and pride in you. It is important for you. Sorry, I got a card upside down. It is important for you to pay attention to how pain will interfere. You see, there is some fear here because of the pain. So there is, it's your actual relationship that's causing the problem. So you had it's kind of like, those that we love the most, we tend to push away. This is what's going on here. The more that you go and see that there is some conflict, the conflict really is about some pain. Someone's not happy. And it was because you both weren't on the same page. A happy home turned upside down, and you actually got some material gain or something out of it, and it caused a change of perspective because you left, you went away, and you're no longer with the mother or the wife, but they create some new feelings because they thought they could be over you. I think there is some feelings that is still there, and it's not conflict, and it's not over. In fact, I think that according to this, your marriage is not over if you want to work towards it. Maybe for the kids, but it looks like it's not over. It's not over. Do you want it to work out? Because you have the opportunity here. Eternal love. Yeah. You don't. Well, he does. That's why you guys can't get along. All right. There's just some resentment here, but it's just because he sure has a fine way of showing it. Yeah, I know. It doesn't make sense because he's acting the reverse way of how he should, you know, basically. All right, I gotta get some sleep, guys. It is 12:30 and I need to get some sleep. I have to get up early in the morning and I'll be back online. I'll be doing some readings. So, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow. And thank you for the support, everybody. Thank you. Well, I'm going to go to bed now. All right. Thank you, everybody. And I hope to see everybody tomorrow. Where's my mouse? Oh. Two, two, two.